All right, so let's talk about how to write that equation of a perpendicular line. It's basically the same thing that we were doing for writing the equation of a parallel line, but you've got a little more work to do because of that opposite reciprocal. So if we look at step one, the first thing that you have to do is identify the slope from the given equation, okay? So that's easy. You're going to be given an equation. If it's in slope-intercept form, you pull out your m. If it's not, you put it in slope-intercept form, and then you pull out your m. But because we're dealing with perpendicular lines, you have to take the opposite reciprocal. So that's the next thing you're going to write here for step one. Take the opposite reciprocal to be your perpendicular slope, okay? That's going to be, and see how I wrote that? There's your perpendicular symbol. When you see this, this means that's going to be your perpendicular slope, okay? So you take the opposite reciprocal, and then this is the number we're going to work with. Now, that's really the only difference. Step two and step three are going to be the same as they were on the front for your parallel lines. Step two is going to say use the given point and the perpendicular slope that we just found in step one to solve for B. So that's just going to be a little basic arithmetic, but if you mess up and you have the wrong B, the whole equation is wrong. So don't mess up on a simple, one-step equation, one or two-step equation that you should have been doing since you were in the 6th grade, to be quite honest. Step three is putting it all together. Write the equation of the perpendicular line, okay? And because we're dealing with the perpendicular, right, I'm going to write that little sign with my y and then set it equal to whatever that opposite reciprocal, that's going to be your value right there, times x plus the b that you found, okay? Simple enough. Probably what's going to happen in your homework is this perpendicular line, you're going to graph it. You're going to graph your given. And hopefully you will see that the lines intersect to form a right angle. You'll have a vertical line, and then like a line, kind of a vertical line going straight through it to make that 90-degree angle. All right, let's look at letter A, for example 4, if you've got all your steps written down. Basically the same thing we were doing on the front. First thing I need to do, identify my slope. So if you can see here, my equation, here's my slope. But I'm not done. My slope is -2, but I can't use that because I'm working with perpendicular lines. If it's a negative, I know that my perpendicular slope has to be positive because you switch the sign. It's a 2. The reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. So the slope I'm going to use is 1/2, right? Okay. The rest, you already know what to do. Your point represents your x and y values, and then you plug it into your equation. -5 is equal to 1/2. Times 4 plus b, because we're solving for b. 1/2 times 4 is 2, guys. You should be able to do that in your head. Don't run and grab your calculators. 1/2 times 4 is a positive 2 plus b. You subtract 2 on both sides. Your b is equal to -7. If you write positive 7, it's wrong. If you write -3, it's wrong. If you write positive 3, it's wrong. The only answer for b is -7. And then you put it all together. Your equation for this perpendicular line is the slope that you got from the opposite reciprocal times x minus 7. All right, go ahead and start letter B. And then your final video will just go over the